Hey guys, so this is my Chinese water dragon Bruce. This is going to be a short video on just Chinese water dragon care, a couple of things I do to take care of them, how do you get set up and stuff like that, in case you're wondering. Chinese water dragons, I think they're great pets. As you can see, he just chills on my hand. He usually chills on my shoulder. They're a little expensive to get started. But after that, they're relatively easy to take care of. It's kind of like a once a month cleaning the tank thing. And I'll go through that. This is my 90-gallon tank that he lives in. He could probably live in this for a couple more years till he's even bigger. But what I'll eventually do is build it. I'll use this as my base, and I'll build it up, probably to the ceiling, and so he can get, because they're arboreal, which meaning they climb in the trees. So he's gonna want to go a little higher as he gets older, and so that's that. So if you're thinking of getting a water dragon and you don't know how to set up the tank, I'll just go through what I did to set up this tank. This is it. This is a 90-gallon tank. So what I did was, for the substrate, I've got the coconut fiber dirt down there. What some people like to do is to throw some of that coconut bark on there. But what I've read and what I've been told from other Chinese water dragon owners is that if you're going to throw the food down, like crickets or whatever, they could digest that or ingest the coconut bark, and it might be too big for them to digest. So that could create problems for them. So what I just did is just have the dirt, and it's good. It soaks in the moisture for your humidity and all of that. And so you're gonna want the humidity probably around 60 to 80%. So the coconut fiber dirt is good for that. It holds the moisture pretty good. So what else I got in there is I've got lots of hiding spots. What you're going to want to do is set up your tank so you have a hot side and a cold side. So I've got my heat lamp here, and I've got my UV lights here on going this way, and on his bathing area with his water fountain, and I put his food dish there too with a couple worms in there, is on this side. So this is his cool side. I've got lots of plants for him to hide in, and I've got a good background. It's kind of that faux rock. It's basically styrofoam that looks like rock, and he can climb on that. He can grab onto it with his little claws. It's really good. I find the best thing for these guys, if you're gonna have a glass tank, is to definitely get this on 3 sides, or cover the glass at least on 3 sides. And then what I've done is put lots of plants on the other side, because what happens is the Chinese water dragons, they don't understand the glass very well. Sometimes they see the reflection in it, and they're gonna want to fight their own reflection. They don't like that, and they also just don't understand it. They think they can get out. So I've also put this paper down for this first 6 inches or so on the bottom, and yeah, so usually what they do is they'll rub their snout, and they could rub it raw, like Bruce here. I don't know if you want to take a look at him, if you can see his nose. When I first got him, I was told to put him in a 20-gallon tank, and thinking that would be good enough for a year or so, but he just did not do too well. He rubbed his snout. It's still a little red there, but he's healing up pretty good. So then I threw him in this, and the mouth is starting to clear up. He's doing much better. I got this vine, the thick vine that I've just wrapped around, kind of in a circle, and he loves to bask up there. Yeah, so that's kind of the setup I got. You're gonna want a water dish that they could soak pretty much their whole body in it, deep enough for that, because they love the water. It's good for them to soak in it. And the other major thing about the tank setup is the humidity. The humidity for me is probably the hardest thing to control, because I've got the mesh top as well. But what I've done is I take, you gotta spray it 2 or 3 times a day, no matter what. You can get an automatic mister, which I have, but I only use it when we go away. I put these damp towels on the top of the mesh, and I found that that is the perfect thing to control humidity. It keeps it in there perfect. All you have to do is keep the towels damp and just mist it or 2-3 times a day, and the humidity stays in there good. The other thing I'm going to talk about is what these guys eat. He's young, so he mainly eats crickets, and he loves butterworms. When they get older, you can start feeding him something bigger like pinky mice or, you know, larger worms. But yeah, you don't want to feed them anything that's kind of bigger than their mouth, just because it's going to be harder for them to digest. Okay, so just a little recap. It's the 90-gallon tank. Just a couple of things that are must for having a Chinese water dragon. You want a good UV source. I got a UV light, Reptiglow 5.0. You're gonna need a heat source. I got the 150 watt heat lamp. Just a couple other things. I use these Jurassic wipes just to wipe off plants and stuff. You want to do that kind of on a regular basis, as well as the water. You're going to want to change your water daily because they tend to go to the washroom in their water. And yeah, that's about it. Don't forget to calcium dust your crickets and gut load them as well. And thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them below. And thank you for watching.